My name is Penny C., and I was Executive Director of the Principal Foundation from 2004 until 2011. It was a wonderful experience in every way, and many lessons were learned. One of the first experiences that I had that really was an introduction to working at the Principal Foundation was when Hurricane Katrina hit Louisiana. When the people called us, most of them had lost their homes, their transportation, their church, and everything that they were used to for having a routine in life. And it was interesting, there was no one on the phone that ever sounded hysterical because of what had happened. They were quiet and trusting in God and knowing that their needs would be supplied. And they had very minimal requests. One of the ones that I always get a kick out of was someone needed a frying pan. And I said, how are you going to use it? You don't have electricity. She said, well, we have fires. We have campfires down on the beach. None of the people that the staff talked with from the areas that had been hit by Katrina complained. They were grateful for every little bit of good they experienced and felt it was an opportunity for restoration and renewal in their life. All things work together for good to those who love God, and that was certainly true here. All the different areas of concern were being met in ways we never could have imagined. One day, I heard from this practitioner that I had been working with in the New Orleans area, and she was telling me about losing her home. She was able to be with relatives, I think it was at that time, and she had lost her church, and she was very active in church, and they no longer had a reading room. Well, the next day, I got a call from a man in California who said that their lease, the owner of the property where they had their reading room, had decided not to extend their lease. So they were now going to have a brand new reading room someplace else, and they were starting fresh. And he said, is there any church in the New Orleans area that could use furniture, all the books from a reading room, everything? We will give them everything. And we'll pay for a driver to take it to New Orleans, and we'll pay for the truck. It was, as I remember getting it and thinking, God works in mysterious ways, and it was such an answer to prayer, immediate. It didn't take time, but the two coordinated. So I called the woman back the practitioner back in New Orleans and told her. She said, that's so interesting. My son lives just in the next town over from where that particular reading room is. And she said, I think he might have time to do that. And this was during the Thanksgiving holiday when they would be moving their reading room and giving it to this man. And they were going to rent the truck for him too. So he was able to drive the truck back to Louisiana and have Thanksgiving with his family, which had not happened in many years. And it was a very healing time for the family. It was really the dearest experience. You just saw how two ideas come together at the right time, in the right way, and in the right place. We didn't have to worry about if the sun was going to shine the next day. Why did we have to worry about God not supplying our need the next day? Or thinking we'd made too many mistakes, so now we can't be helped. Help is always available, and it's always immediate. And what we need, and Mrs. Eddy says in Miscellaneous Writings, in the article on angels, God gives you his spiritual ideas, and in turn, they give you daily supplies. Never ask for tomorrow. It is enough that divine love is an ever-present help. And if you wait, never doubting you will have all you need every moment.